because it's dumb. Whatever. It's not my problem anymore.
Nothing much. I saw you on this channel. Oh, where's the stream at? So wait, two other people hear us? Hmm. I eh, I don't know. Sure, let's I don't know. What do you even do? I just saw that you're on here. Oh, interesting. No, I don't know economics. Actually, no. I took one at GSU and then I'm like, this is GSU, so I didn't learn anything. You're what? Oh, okay. I'll put that in general then. Complaints. Yeah, I'll put in complaints. Oh, you mean on the chat? Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. All right then. Yeah, I see it.
Oh, commentary. There we go. Oh wait, I keep forgetting it's like not the Microsoft Office. Let me get to the browser then. All right, so what was it? Economics of what was it? Economics of scalping, right? Since everyone cares about scalpers on PS5s and Xbox Series X's. Here is okay. So obviously, I hear a lot of arguments that this is like standard capitalist behavior, or it's the inevitable result of capitalism. Which I mean, I can see your point, but I don't really consider this legitimate capitalist market operations or stuff you should really use to describe all of it. Here's why. Let me go into draw. Let me pull out my pencil. Let me get ink color. What kind of color? Okay, you know what? We're going
I
to
think
be.
it's a conflict of supply and demand, right?
Yeah, here.
There's
I'll
just not enough supply.
like I'll actually draw it up because here's the thing. In the way I see it, they don't serve any market function whatsoever. So we're going to start off basics using a supply demand graph. Oh
Oh,
shoot.
perfect.
All right, so you can see my OneNote, right?
Yeah, definitely see your window.
Okay, so let's draw the axes. This I forgot. This yeah, let's just do that. Let's just do
Mm-hmm.
that. Okay, so oh shoot. Okay, well I forgot. Well, I forgot. This is the demand. The
Well, what's the axes actually?
I forgot. I think one of them is cost, or basically the equivalent. Cost,
And supply?
cost. This is
Or
supply. I think like no,
yeah,
no, it's cost and quantity. No, not cost.
quantity, that's
It's
got
not.
it.
Well, it's cost or price or something that indicates like how much you will be paid. Quant. Okay.
Hmm. So
This
there's no
is
quantity. There's
so. This is like basically an unperturbed. Oh shoot, that's how it works. Okay, let me try drawing again. This is a standard console market. Okay, that's a standard console market. So as you can tell, demand and supply are in equilibrium. Now, of course, because of things like shoot, how do taxes go on this graph again? I know they like bump things up.
Well, taxes.
Yeah,
This goes on this graph.
yeah, taxes can be put on these graphs, like show how.
Well, it probably lowers demand, but
Yeah,
the
increases
supply.
price. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we got things like taxes, and then we got things like discounts that have discounts, right? Do 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 do
Yeah.
do do do
Okay.
do do do. Well, I actually remember a lot more than I thought. Okay, so with taxes, you got a negative supply shock because it artificially increases the price, and depending on how the math works, it either is paid more by the consumer or the company. And then you got like discounts, which is usually done by. Oh shoot, I haven't even specified that this is from the perspective of the manufacturer or the perspective of the wholesaler, the distributor. Distributor say we'll take this from. For now, no, actually, no, we don't need to because right now this is just the overall market. So the point here is just to get in people who don't really know this stuff a kind of basic introduction. All right, so we got things like taxes and discounts or whatever that will change the equilibrium point and create some inefficiencies. But no matter what, overall, it's still basically in its typical market will fall like this. However, how do I add a new page? Oh wait, show. Okay, how do I add a new page? File, create
Okay.
new.
Expand that. Okay. Bottom. Bottom.
Bottom.
Yeah,
Add section, right?
down.
Add page or
Yeah.
add section.
Add page. I mean, you probably want to rename this section as
Okay, yeah.
I don't know, Scalper's channel or something.
Let me rename. How do I rename this?
Try clicking it, and so like some kind of thing pops up or the top one.
Oh, that's.
Get out of that menu. Yeah, just click this the top part.
Oh wait, file. Let me try. No, that's not it. Wait, hold up.
No,
Whatever. Desktop. Edit in desk.
no. Move over. Go. No, go back.
Go back where?
Okay, so go to untitled page.
Untitled
Try
page.
clicking that once.
I mean, I clicked it once, and it's fine. It's fine. I can refer to things. Okay, so the point here, this is the standard market, right?
Yeah.
Now I want to do something that's not really economically kosher. Let's draw three. Let's do like a functionary graph. And so in this dynamic, we got the manufacturer, we got the distributor, and we got the consumer.
Lovely.
Yeah, we got the consumer. So typically what happens is that manufacturer sells to distributor, the distributor sells to consumer, the distributor pays the manufacturer for the consoles, and the consumers pay for consoles they get from the distributor. Now, why would manufacturers want to sell to distributor? Because maybe the manufacturer can't economically distribute in house, so it's more profitable for them to sell to distributor, right? This again,
brand acquisition, so you don't want Foxconn consoles.
yeah, so like stuff like that. Variety of reasons. The point is, in an unperturbed, typical, like say Xbox 360 market in like 2009 or something, this is basically what was going on. Now, here's what scalpers do. Scalpers, hold on, let me draw something more appropriate.
Go from the manufacturer skipping with the distributor.
No. Scalpers don't have manufacturer access. Hold on. Let me make a really good skull face here.
You really hate scalpers.
I really do, but personally, they haven't impacted me in whatsoever because, I'm not getting a console because I already have a gaming laptop, and the laptop can't really be upgraded anyway. So, aside from an eGPU, which I'm not spending money on, so I really am not a functionary or a victim of scalping. But whatever. Let's just first.
Yeah, unless you want a graphics card.
Yeah, well, I don't
I
need.
went to Micro Center today, and then there were no NVIDIA graphics cards.
Really? I mean, I went in the morning a few times, like on the day the 3060 Ti released, and I saw like a few on the shelves, but no 3070s and like one or two 3080s. But you gotta like
Yeah, there's just... Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, back to the economics, or do you want to keep talking about Micro Center stock?
Sure.
Okay, well, we can do both. Anyway, so what happens with the scalper is that the scalper is using means that the consumer. I'm going to use dotted lines to show that they have means that the typical consumer in the typical arrangement does not have access to, namely bots. If you're like,
Yeah.
dude, you're a tech expert, so tell me when I start doing things wrong. So, what the scalpers
Uh,
do is that they gain access, and obviously you have to pay for it to get pre-orders to the distributor, but they do so using bots in such a quantity that the entirety of these are siphoned that would typically go to consumers are siphoned off. So what essentially happens is that whoops, hold up. Whoops. Is that this is erased. You see? So now everything is in the chain going to the scalpers. So what the scalpers do is then they open up a new chain. Obviously where you're going to have the consumers and now having to pay through the scalpers instead of the distributors. Now I want to add another page, right? You saw the change. Normally, consumer deals with the distributor, but now they're dealing with the scalpers who have taken all the inventory. What this causes is a new supply-demand graph, right? You already know the axes. So again, we're going to draw for reference the unperturbed DS curve. So we have a typical unperturbed, let's just say this equilibrium accounts for the taxes and discounts and promotions and whatever, right? Now, what happens with the scalpers is that they absorb the entirety of the supply, but they arbitrarily, actually I want to think this, because they do limit the supply fundamentally, because they're not,
yeah.
the supply, like, in total available to consumers, isn't that it's going down, it's that it's available at high prices. So I need to find an accurate way to reflect that. So I'm not sure if that's shifting it backwards, because there's not necessarily supply shock, but as much it is, no, because then demand, hold on, I gotta think about this for a second.
Since they're holding all the stock, wouldn't that artificially lower supply?
Well, yeah,
With the price?
well, no, they're holding the stock, but that's because they intend to sell it. They still want to sell as many units as possible. So, what is the supply curve? How would I represent the supply curve? Because its total quantity remains the same, but there's a lot less demand. Okay, no. I see what happened. No, see, that's what the original supply curve, but what the scalpers do, I remembered how you represent this, or at least represent more active. What happens is that the scalpers instead, they have the same quantity, but the quantity total changes, but they have a new curve, right? So what you see is that the macro equilibrium in its totality achieves a total lower amount supplied compared to the initial amount supplied, which is why there aren't as many around. And the consequence of that is because the scalpers are trying to push for a higher price point, which is obviously, hold on. I'm using the blue to represent like the initial, right? The scalpers are using a higher quantity, so they want a higher supply, but the average consumer obviously isn't going to pay that, so the quantity is reduced. Now you say, now the way the thing is, now they're engaging the market, sure, but here's the thing I have a problem with in doing this, is that they fundamentally don't offer anything new to the market that normally wasn't there, because if you can tell, this exchange typically happens between the consumer and the distributor. The distributor themselves, does the actual work of this, and they actually do it far more efficiently than scalpers ever could hope to. So what the scalpers are doing is basically they're just buying up all the stock, and then just artificially limiting. Well, they're not artificially limiting quantity; it's just basic consequence of supply and demand. But they're charging a higher price not because of profits, but because of not profits, just because they want to. And the thing is,
You have the supply curve, right?
yeah, and I'll typically say, well, scalpers want to make money. If people aren't buying, they're obviously going to lower the price point, right? And some do, but another thing we're seeing is that the scalpers are more or less acting in blocks, so that this curve remains. And we haven't really had a solution to it, because even now, firms aren't really doing the wholesaler, because they're guaranteeing that the scalpers are buying all the stock, actually has an incentive to maintain the sale of them, because there's no guarantee the consumer will buy all their stock. But the manufacturer obviously doesn't like this because not only are consumers not spending money on games and services for, they may sell all the consoles, but consumers aren't bringing in the sort of revenue you get through like subscriptions and stuff, right? Because the scalpers are holding up, so the scalpers are interfering with that. Basically, although the scalpers, well, okay, here's the thing: scalping is illegal in certain cases in certain countries for like concert tickets and stuff in the UK and all that, because all the scalpers are doing, they're not fulfilling a market function. Okay, here, what are the market functions they fulfill? Manufacturer produces total quantity product, whole distributor brings quantity to consumers and sets the market equilibrium. Consumers basically consume product but supply money to both for these companies to do their operations. What do the scalpers do? They just take quantity, but they just take quantity to resell. That's it. They're basically doing the same job of the wholesalers, except they're imposing a supply curve even more restrictive that in the long run is bad for the manufacturers and deprives the consumers of a product from the typical expected equilibrium. Basically, they're like the streakers in like a football game, but worse because they're more douchebaggery, and they're more or less acting as cartels now because of how they're grouping together and doing what they can to maintain the price. Right? It's like, I mean, and the fundamental argument I'm trying to make here is that okay, while this action can be legal is the key word, because in a lot of places, in certain contexts, it definitely isn't. Do they really fulfill a market niche? Do they fill a market niche that's worth filling and worth really being compensated for according to classical economics? Not really.
No.
So, like, what do you say though if because they don't fulfill a classical market niche or requiring compensation or meriting compensation, would this be really legitimate capitalism? That's the question. I'm trying to figure that out because I don't really know what qualifies. I guess it depends on what school of economics you follow. Do you have any option? Because I mean, emotionally, I'd say no. Personally, I'd say no, because but thing is, you ask like 100 capitalists what their definition of capitalist operations are, you get 1,000 different answers. Okay, like my interpretation of capitalism and market niches is that if it fulfills a function that it needs to be fulfilled, as in it's critical to doing it, then yeah. So I guess in some sense you could see an artificial chain. But it's not really a chain because, you see, although we got like another functionary triangle, these aren't the true distributors. They're not buying from the true manufacturers. And they're not really supplying an efficient service or leaders, and they're not supplying it as efficiently as the distributors, right? So theoretically, in the long run, they should not be able to survive in the market. The problem is there's always some other product they can hop onto where they can keep doing it. So it's like, I don't know, man. See, I didn't spend enough time studying this stuff. I only took the AP Micro and Macro Econ, so this is still like limited, low tier knowledge.
I haven't even taken those AP classes. I just took something at Georgia State University.
Dude, I should
post an A for just showing up to class.
Yeah, I'll post this video to like r/neoliberal and see what they say about it, so I can find out the economics around it. Because like my gut feeling, like even now, I have a gut feeling that they don't really do anything useful, because they fulfill distribution, sure, they don't fulfill it most efficiently, and they don't manufacture whatsoever. So like they're basically leeches, right? They can parasites. They can temporarily fulfill a market function, but they don't do it in a way that matches the nominal equilibrium, right? I mean, I don't know. Like, do you get it? Because I mean, sure, like, look, I just don't like the idea of like people getting to claim that this is an example of like capitalism sucks. I mean, it's got legitimate problems, sure, but like, scalping is, I think, I would say classifies as a market failure, but I guess technically it still obeys market dynamics, even though it's not doing it. It's not. I'll put it this way: it obeys market dynamics and fulfills market niches, but it's not as optimized as, like, say, the traditional firms are. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I want to figure this out because it seems wrong, and obviously it's very unpopular, and it's illegal in certain contexts. But is it fundamentally something that's leading to a market failure? That's like where the line gets blurry, I think it is a blurry question.
Honestly, I feel like there are a lot bigger factors that lead to market failure, but Um,
Well,
but I don't know.
I mean, here's the other thing I want to bring up is that the tendency of a market is towards efficiency. That's why monopolies, another market failure happens, is that eventually it gets become that the fewer firms there are, the more efficiently you can produce. But once you face no competition, oh shoot, I actually figured out why. Another thing, another reason, right? Kids,
Uh-huh.
scalpers, because they effectively control all quantity because distributors aren't providing them they control all quantity, so they basically have a monopoly on the distribution market. It all makes sense now. How did I not see this before? Hold on, let me
I'm
add.
surprised you missed that,
I know,
actually.
yes, I am too. Oh shoot, I gotta move this page down.
That's why I'm just saying, like, they artificially can move supply. They hold on to them. It's the only source of them.
Yeah, hold on, scalpers, function as a monopoly in the shit the,
You just have to draw
the
this whole thing
I gotta get good at this with my mouse thingy. Distribute own market
out.
scalpers fun. Oh wait, I missed the C. Function as a monopoly in distribution market. Yeah, because they effectively hold all quantity available to distribute. So they are a monopoly. So they are a market failure. So this entire video is pointless because I should have known they picked this up from the get go. Because a
Yeah.
monopoly is a market failure, and in the short term, they're acting as a monopoly. So they're a market failure, which is bad capitalism. Okay, that solves it. Let's just leave it with this. Scalpers function as a monopoly distribution in the distribution market, right? But here, how does this end? Final thing, how does this end, right? Okay, so let's draw our basic supply chain thing again. We got circle for manufacturers, skull for scalpers, box for consumers, and the del upside down del for the distributors. Right now, because of this demand and supply shocks from COVID-19, the capacity of manufacturers is limited, and the capacity of distributors is limited, and the capacity of the consumers is limited. The scalpers get around this by pooling their money, but even then, just for sakes, they are distributed or they're limited. However, not all these limitations are affected equally because consumers still have large powers of block. Manufacturers can offset them with different practices or logistics, and same applies to the distributors, right? So right now, because of our limited scenario from COVID-19, we can effectively have the scalpers acting as a monopoly. But in the long run, when things are good again, there is no more impediment to supply. So eventually, the distributors, because they have a latent advantage in logistics, will be able to supply faster than the scalpers can take up, which increases total quantity available and breaks the monopoly in the market. And eventually, because they offer far lower prices, consumers are going to be able to buy from them anyway. So the solution we need here, basically, solution. Solution. The solution is that the capacity. Oh wait, that's the wrong shape. The capacity of the distributor just needs to increase, and that'll automatically break the monopoly scalpers have because scalpers fundamentally are a monopoly and therefore a market failure and therefore bad capitalism. That's it. Scalpers function as a monopoly in the distribution market. Therefore, the solution is for the the wholesale distributors to increase their capacity to distribute. So in some sense, the scalpers might have actually screwed themselves over because the increase in capacity will last beyond the demand shock and make it harder for them to scalp again in the future. That's just pure theory at this point.
And I'm sure the distributor will catch on to the people who buy dozens of products. So maybe in the future they'll have more safeguards, I guess.
Actually, that's not.
And
I want to talk about that too because actually, like I said, the distributor is completely happy with scalpers because if anything, the scalpers are buying more than the consumer. But the problem is the manufacturer isn't happy about that. So the manufacturer, because people aren't buying Xbox Live Gold and all that, so the manufacturer has an incentive to punish the distributor because they're not get allowing consumers to get full access to the
also, it's
consoles.
just bad press. I mean, like when you reach national headlines that this specific distributor is easier to buy for scalpers, and the scalpers are getting it all from this distributor. That distributor loses a lot of credibility to the consumer.
Yeah, that's true, but like that's a marketing thing. I want to try to look at the basic supply demand element of it. But yeah, you're right about that too. But like that's not. I'm not saying it's non-economic. I'm saying that's not necessarily a supply demand rooted thing. But it is definitely a factor. But okay, so let me think. The thing we have to look out here is that the distributor has to balance basically their interest in guaranteeing supply sold to the scalpers with and it's selling to the consumers. But here's the thing, right? I think this is actually kind of an artificial situation anyway. The entire problem comes because there's far fewer quantities of consoles available. In the end, the once you have enough supply of consoles at the distributor, the total sales from the consumers will massively outpace that from the scalpers anyway. So like they're going to be the quantity total sold is going to be up, but most of that quantity is going to be from consumers anyway. So it's going to be kind of pointless for the scalpers for them to focus on satisfying the scalpers. It's only valid while there is limited quantity from the manufacturer. Does that make sense?
Oh yes.
So if anything, like total, this issue at its like supply demand point is really a consequence of COVID-19 more than it is because well, I mean, I want to put some limitations. This assumes that the product is permanent or long-term manufacture, which it is because it's console. But for things like shoes, clothing, tickets that have like oftentimes limited production runs, then scalping is like just absolutely destroying that market, which is why those are illegal. But I guess because consoles are manufactured long, this issue eventually settles out if it even occurs.
Oh,
Then there's no need for legislation, which I can see why we haven't seen legislation in it yet, even though it's being proposed. So I guess another question we could ask is it worthwhile to introduce legislation to stop this kind of behavior if it's fundamentally a short-term phenomenon? Then that's like another question, right?
I don't know. Again, they're functioning as monopolies for short periods of time. So for a while, you're not able to get a 3000 series car or PS5.
Yeah, you bring up the monopoly point because they are functioning as monopolies, and we do have laws in a lot of countries that are monopoly busting. So do those same laws empower us or give us legal precedent to try to manage this? Depends. That's a lawyer's question, not necessarily an economics question. But
I don't see this happening in the United States on
well,
a national level.
I mean, neither do I. But no, I'm just trying to speak in generalities here. But I guess what we can say is that here, let me draw out another page. I still don't know how to name these, but whatever. Okay, let me think. Okay, solved in time. Never in time. Okay, so these basically we're looking at in the scalper scenario, what gets solved with production over time and what can't be solved with production over time. In time, PS5 RX 800. No, just for example, never in time. Supreme.
Shoes, Boost.
Tickets. Like fundamentally, these things are you could make the argument they're consumables, but like these are really time restricted consumables, right? Because you only see a concert once, you can't get it again, stuff like that. So there's always fundamentally these have an incentive not to be manufactured in time, while these do have an incentive to be manufactured in time.
Hmm.
So things like that. This, and I want to point out that in a lot of places, this kind of stuff is scalp illegal. But and right now, stuff like this, no law. So I guess a public policy question is this issue big enough that we do need laws? And I just want to add one more thing in the in time column that this is kind of fundamental. Food. But
I mean, I guess an argument that can be made is that there's not ever one scalper. If there's a group of scalpers, does that count as a monopoly though?
there's a group of I mean, it's a hard thing because I mean the
I mean,
scalper
they're serving the same purpose.
they're basically it's a there's well here's the thing I'm generalizing the groups of all the scalpers collectively as a monopoly because oftentimes they are coordinating with each other. So actually they're more accurately described as cartels more than rather than monopolies.
I can't
But
tell that. I like that.
well, a cartel is fundamentally a group of firms that cooperate and therefore in aggregate act like a monopoly. And so because of that, it's also a market failure behavior. But the fundamental thing is that what the scalpers are doing basically is they're destroying this prior chain to create their own chain in which there is no competition, right? So from the perspective of the distributor, there is competition demand from consumers and scalpers. But obviously because the scalpers have the means to outcompete the consumers in achieving quantity, then they act as the distributors, and in their perspective, they're the only actors, right?
Yeah.
Actually, no, I know there's something wrong with this perspective. I think. Yeah, actually, no. Scalper like the behave. I'm not saying they are a monopoly or cartel like primarily, because obviously there's so many of them that they aren't really that. But the thing is, you have different distributors competing with each other. Okay, you got different distributors competing with each other to try to get consumers using either price or non-price competition. Right? They do different ways to try to. They have variance in how they try to compete, whereas the scalpers do not have variance in the way they compete. Fundamentally, the scalpers only have one approach, which is charge high prices. They don't try to compete with discounts or packaging adult games with it. They just high prices, that's it. There is no other market niche being filled other than just charge high prices. There's no other way to try to compete. So I would say this, even going by base laws, they act like monopolies but they're not completely they act like monopolies and cartels, but you can't really call them that because there's still too many. But what they do that is a market failure is they severely limit the capacity of competition in addition to everything else, right?
Yeah.
But the good news is that in time this will be solved just because of manufacturing increasing, because there's an incentive from the manufacturer to keep supplying, and just by nature of being able to sell more, there will be an incentive for the distributors just to sell them out, because the distributor wants to sell as many as possible. And the only reason why they're not really caring that it's all going to scalpers is that it's the best way to guarantee that their limited stock is 100% sold for now, which is why we're not seeing them really do a good job of screening bots on their sites. But this is like interesting stuff. I really wish, well, I mean, I major in physics, so it's not really like I have time for economics courses, but I mean,
yes, major.
like if I do, if I can get into grad school, I might make a macroeconomics minor, because like I'll know the math, and like a lot of physicists work in finance eventually. Like this might be something I should look into.
Switch to finance?
Oh God, no! I'm not saying I do finance as an education. The reason I chose physics is basically lets you do whatever you want. But like professionally, I might go for work at some sort of think tank or something if I can get a good economics education.
Okay.
So conclusions. Let me pick a good color. Yeah, yellow for all the yellow people celebrating the New Year. Conclude. Hey, I'm allowed to say that because I'm Asian and this guy is too. Conclusions, right?
Okay.
Electronic
But not very
scalping.
pleasant to read.
I know it's not. Okay, okay, whatever, man. You want conclusions. The game console and PC market issue with scalpers will be solved in time. In general, issues with like tickets and clothings with scalpers will not be solved in time, which therefore necessitates legislation. You see, because it doesn't get solved by the market eventually, it does necessitate legislation because it's a very unique market. And in general, these scalpers behave monopolistically as cartels for many of them, which limits the ability to compete and for the market to flow for, and basically it limits the flows of goods and services, and all this ties together in that the restriction of competition, of quantity, and the sort of monopolistic cartel behaviors is a market failure. Eventually, this market failure will be solved though because time is on our side when it comes to the markets of these kinds of products like PS5s and Xbox Ones. So that's it.
All right.
What do you rate that kind of presentation as? Should I go in TEDx?
I don't know. I feel like it's more, I don't know.
Yeah, this is really dumb. It's like this is absolute mid-tier, like low-tier economic stuff.
Yeah.
This is like something you'd see on like a really terrible propaganda meme site.
I don't know. If you like suddenly look at this Outlook page, it looks like a 5-year-old just scribbled all over and rewrote on top of stuff with different colors of crayons.
I mean, look, the point of this is that I'm just trying to dip my toes into OneNote. And, yeah. Okay, you know what? I am going to make that meme later, but I'm not going to make it on stream because I'm afraid that using the Microsoft things will show my name. And I don't want to show my name because I'm a
Go to
parent.
the home menu. I feel like it's because you're in the draw that you can't rename. So go to home.
Oh, actually, no, wait. Why don't I try opening in desktop app? Let's just see if that makes a difference. Because I know.
I don't think that's going to work or do anything.
Try launching Microsoft OneNote again. Let's see if it even. Okay, close this file now.
I think it's moving.
Alright, it hasn't. It actually hasn't. And I'm actually getting viewership. That's amazing.
Oh, really? You mean me?
Yeah, you got one, but like it seemed like 3 playbacks and average watch time of 9:33 because it's. Dude, this has been going for like 40 minutes?
Yeah.
What?
We started at like 6:25.
How did it go on for like 40 minutes though? I wasn't spending that much time.
Yes, you did.
Okay, well, okay, you know what? Maybe I'm just bad at doing this, okay? I just did some electrostatics homework and whatnot. Oh, God.
Oh, you're ending the stream?
Actually, let me see if, let's see. Windows move. Actually, no, I'd rather not. Not right now. I can do that probably like tomorrow or something. Or maybe tonight. Oh, shoot, that's not what I wanted to open. Let me think. Do you want me to play a game or something? I can do that. I mean, it's Friday,
Let's
not.
figure out how to name your pages in OneNote.
No, I don't want to do that. I don't use OneNote. That's like the first time I've ever used OneNote. I don't. I take paper notes because I'm.
Generals.
No, screw that. No, actually, no. I'm not. That. Hey, Peter.
Space program.
Dude, you should get. Okay, well, maybe. Let me see if I even. Let me find it first. You should get the Division 2, dude.
I don't play games.
What do you mean, don't get? Are you saying that just because your parents might be listening?
No.
You play Heroes and
I'm
Generals.
saying that because I don't play games. I do. Oh, never mind.
What you play Heroes and Generals?
Electric skateboard around Atlanta.
Electric. Why don't you use like a skateboard that's like non-motorized that uses like your feet or something?
Because that would be very dangerous in traffic.
Oh, but an electric one isn't?
Honestly, that would be more dangerous for me than actually electric skateboarding.
How come? With skateboard, you're fun to. Your feet, you can instantaneously change and stuff, right? The skateboard is still reliant on a
No, they're
motor.
not brakes.
Oh yeah, you got. Oh wait, you can brake like
And
what?
what if you need to accelerate away from a or with traffic?
Well, first off, why are you weaving in and out of traffic in the first place?
I'm not leaving out of traffic. I'm just losing the right-hand lane of street.
You know, okay, okay. You know what I think is dumb. You know what I think is
What?
okay. You know, I hate how like pedestrian unfriendly Atlanta is. For like, I mean, sidewalks are fine, but like you know, like those little strips of where like for the bikes and like skateboards and all that, especially along,
Yeah.
you know where the Barnes and Noble is, dude. Like,
Spring Street
look, I don't want to name stuff just
or
in
Fifth
case
Street?
or whatever. You know, Peck Square area, right?
Yeah.
That's so dumb. Like, who honestly thinks that's a good idea? Oh yeah, we're gonna have these guys driving literally to the statistically the worst drivers in the country. That's totally going to work out. Who thought of that? Who even thinks that's a good idea?
You know, I don't like the. If you want, we could have a conversation about traffic and city planning, because that would truly, truly involve a lot of viewers.
No, but like, the thing is, I'm not trying to be a smart channel. I'm trying to be a, I don't know. I don't know. I just want to look. My YouTube channel is trying. It's not a complaint channel because like a few days ago I played through some Japanese game or something. Oh, dude, I can't show this. I don't want my professor to kick.
Background.
Yeah, I found the original Windows XP, and I tried to recreate Windows XP in Windows 10, but like, you can't change the taskbar color anymore like you could in Windows 7. So it's like, no, this is the closest you can get. Oh, let me find what game. Oh, I know. I'll play Project Wingman because all the Steam white kids are talking about it.
But yeah, it'd be like 2 a.m. and then I'd be like, let's go to the U.S. Capitol, not here. Let's go to the Georgia Capitol building or the Jackson Street Bridge, and then go downtown GSU, Olympic Park. Yeah, I'd just randomly go out at 2 a.m. just to be like, yeah.
Why would you do that? Dude, that's Atlanta. Do you want to get like shot or something?
Nah.
Dude.
I'm not the target audience of being shot, honestly.
You have enough money for electric skateboard, okay? You will become a target by default. Doesn't matter if you're an optimal target, okay? Look, no one who's using an electric skateboard is poor, okay? Let's just put that out there. Even if they did steal it, you know, they're still not poor, okay? I just want to put that out there. Like, that's a fundamentally bourgeoisie thing.
With the electric skateboard when I have the controller in my hand. Because we can't use it. Because that's gonna be a fun sight.
If they're dumb enough, look, if they're dumb enough, okay.
What I've realized is that no one knows how to use a skateboard. Whenever I ask people, "Hey, you want to try it out?" No one knows how to use it. So I'm like, oh boy.
You know what I would say?
Honestly.
Oh, hold on, let me think. You know what I think is like, okay, if they're not only dumb enough to try to go after someone with an electric skateboard, but also fast enough to succeed, I'd say they deserve the electric skateboard.
If they succeed in stealing an electric skateboard with the person being from riding it, then yeah, okay. Look, if it's in the middle of Atlanta, I would totally just blow a red light just to run away in the middle of the night. Because it's likely that there's nothing happening. There's likely no traffic in the opposing way.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I just don't. I mean, I don't like driving in Atlanta. I think it's, it's the worst drivers in the nation. But whatever. I have to do it, so I will. At least I don't have to right now because distance learning. But in the future, I probably will. I gotta apply to. I'm probably going to graduate in spring 2022. I'll apply to grad schools this autumn.
Oh, okay. I'm hoping to graduate in spring 2022 with a job lined up when I graduate.
Yeah. I mean, long term will be. I mean, I don't know. I read on something about the job market and economics, as in like, we gotta wait for the unemployment rate to go down. Then it'll be optimal for us. But not for me. If I can, like, honestly, I don't care what kind of school PhD I program in. I get into as long as I get into one. Okay. I'm not particularly picky as long as I have the opportunity to seek out a PhD.
You're going 2,500 miles per hour.
No, this is
That's not possible.
no, this is
Oh
in
my
metric.
gosh.
This is metric. I put
I
this in
know.
metric.
I know, but like still, if you did that, you probably not like that. Oh my goodness.
Well, first off, I'm using an interceptor. These are specifically designed to fly high and fast, and I got afterburners on. So like,
You can't turn it. That's I'm at the human limitations of it.
this is a video game. Okay, do you honestly expect us to be realistic?
Uh-huh.
I'm,
Back out. Pull up, straight up.
let's see if I can go into space with this thing.
You probably can't. Yep. What altitude are you at? What flight level?
I don't know. Let me think.
10,000?
100.
Probably stall on about 50,000.
Okay, hold on. I need to write this thing back up.
Yeah.
I wonder if this game actually has a stall. Let's see if I can like keep the moon like in my. Let's keep it in that side of the window. Dude, my speed is definitely
What?
dropping. Okay, you know what? We got no choice but to. Let's just see if we. Let's see how much speed
The
I can
control
get.
authority should be a lot less at this altitude, honestly.
Well, as I said, this is a game. Game, bro. Game, bro. It's just a game, bro. It's just a
Play
prank.
some Microsoft Flight Simulator. Come on.
Dude, I was considering getting it, but then, like, do I really have the time or the money for... Well, I do have the money, but I don't have the time? Of course not. I shouldn't... I'd rather play this game because you got, like, a weapons system officer, and she sounds really cute. At least that's what the internet says. I don't really... She doesn't... I don't really care, man. This is a fun game, and you get to fly Cold War jets, and I think that's cool. Back when I still lived in Kentucky, I remember my brother would have his old Ace Combat games up on his, like, Xbox or PS2 or whatever, and I'd watch him play them. On occasion, he'd let me play him. And then he joined the Navy. And that was like the last I saw of him until like 2013. Why am I so slow? Why am I so slow? I should be like gaining speed like a insane clown right now.
Well, the thing is that when you go down in altitude, you're not moving horizontally, which is probably what the metric of the game is doing.
Oh, it felt look.
Horizontal.
No, it's airspeed. Because if I was doing, see, I killed up pretty much all my horizontal velocity. Now I'm going up, but the speed remained unchanged. It's airspeed, not vertical velocity. Because airspeed is because like when you're in a let's say you're in a flight combat situation, right? You gotta. It's about the entire determinant is energy. Potential energy determined by altitude, and kinetic energy determined by speed, right? The more energy, the more you can do. So like, there's no use for finding your kinetic energy calculated by a horizontal component. That's useless information. Nigh useless. It
Well, you
doesn't.
say that. Then there's a whole SR-71 story about ground speed.
That's
For
ground.
navigation before GPS days is actually kind of important to know your ground speed.
I mean that's fair, right? But this is basically a combat HUD. The actual navigation and stuff would be on like screens and dials here. This is what I got to look at to keep me alive. But this isn't even the accurate HUD for this Canadian jet. Because in fact, I'm not even sure if this Canadian jet even had a HUD like this. Because it was never went into full production.
Oh, so for my next electric vehicle, I'm thinking about upgrading my electric bike.
You want to upgrade your electric bike?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot you have like everything motorized and all that.
Wait, what?
I forget you have a bunch of motorized things, like a true bourgeoisie.
Oh, come on.
What?
It's a $50 mountain bike I got from Craigslist, plus a $200 eBay kit, plus $200 vest, 75-300.
You know how much?
And then
You know how much?
the battery 600.
You know how much? Okay, holy dude, that's like the month's wages of someone who works in fast food. I know that because
I know.
Okay, that's like the most bourgeois thing ever.
I get paid $13 an hour, and I know how much time it takes for me to earn that. Whoa, there.
What? It's
But hey, tax returns.
tax returns. Oh yeah, you're one of those bourgeoisie who actually pay attention to your tax forms.
Yeah.
I don't think I qualify for any tax returns.
But I get all my income tax
Oh,
back.
oh, that was close. There we see. Stunts, bro. Max stunt. I think it was at max speed too when I was going through there. Let's see if I can do. Okay, actually I can't. Not with this. Not with that thing in the middle. Hold on, let me switch to MLA.
You have access to a car?
Yeah, I do, but I don't live in Atlanta, so there's no point. And then there's the fact there's a freaking pandemic going on, so I have even less incentive to. Oh, I must have crashed into the tower or something accidentally. I didn't even know about that missile function. Okay, dude, I slept at my brother's house on Wednesday night, and my leg muscles and back are sore, even now.
What did you sleep on?
I slept on my nephew's bed because they insisted, even though I normally sleep on their leather couch. And I was like, nah, bro, it's too much. Too much. Speaking of which, I told my nephew yesterday, like, if he came over and spent a lot of time, I'd get him Arby's. And they did today without me knowing. So I had to go out for lunch and get him Arby's. And then my dad was, like, sleepy and stuff because he got his first dose of vaccination today. I'm like, oh, great, I gotta drive again. So I drove. And, dude, let me check out the bombs. Let me see if I can figure out how to do the bombs.
I'm hoping to go 30, well, it's going to definitely go above 30 miles per hour. On a $50 crisis spike, your eyes actually water at that speed because of how much wind it is.
So why don't you just wear goggles? Or, like, don't you have lab glasses or something you could use?
Yeah, but it really gets hard to see at that speed.
What do you mean gets hard? Okay, whatever. I'm just being contrarian here. Okay, so there is the bomb HUD. Let's pretend we're in an A10. Okay, so it looks like in terms of gameplay, you got no choice but to use the external HUD. Let's aim for the top of that. Hold on. Oh shoot! I'm not maneuvering. Let me see how that looks. Alright, so that's how it works. I didn't know you could do that. But I do now. Let me see.
Make sure you don't bomb yourself. Because that's totally a Heroes and Generals thing.
Do you have enough time in Heroes and Generals to play with the planes?
What?
You have
I don't play any games. I don't have time.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
It's true. In one of the stream, I'm not a gamer. I solder and make electric components and ride electric vehicles around Atlanta. That's what I do in my free time.
Go out Rexiel. You spoken to him lately?
Actually, not really.
When was the last time?
Let me check. I think it was like Rexiel. Oh, it was in November.
In November. Dang, I've been talking to him almost every week since break because of the Division 2. You should join us. We need more people.
I don't do well. I always suck at first person shooters.
It's not a first person shooter, it's a third person looter shooter with skills. And besides that, when you play with us, you could just be a pure support character. You could be like a healer. While Cameron, oh dang, I said his name. Well, shit. Okay, whatever. While Rexiel and I do the actual damage, you should give it a try. It has a free trial, 8-hour free trial, bro. You're literally not going to be doing yourself disservices.
Yeah, I'd rather spend an hour riding around Atlanta.
Rather than hanging with friends virtually, because that's the only way we can, without getting infected by people.
Hey, electric skateboard riding is actually kind of a socially distanced activity.
I'm not saying this. I'm saying, yeah, that's what I mean. You're basically just by yourself. You're not interacting with anyone in any capacity. At least playing the Division 2 with us will give you something to talk about. Give us something to talk about, bro.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean, look, he'll be stoked to hear that you're even doing the trial, so, like, just let us know, okay, if you install the trial. It's like...
What is this environment? This looks awful.
And
This looks out of this world, honestly.
Okay, in the game's canon, there's like some cataclysmic event on Earth that basically destroyed human civilization. It was spurred by this mineral that we see on the ground.
Huh.
Cordium, they
And
call
so
it.
we have and we still have the infrastructure and support for military jets at this point.
Well, it's like 1,000 years in the future, but yeah, it's like with any other Asian game that uses some MacGuffin mineral, miracle mineral. You know, like what is it with like? Oh shoot. Okay, there. Okay, let me go back into cockpit view. Eat your heart out, Tom Cruise. Oh shoot, I can't crash. I'm playing this like on my Xbox 360 controller, but like the joysticks are a bit offset because it's so old.
Hmm. Has anyone else watched this stream other than me?
Probably not, or probably. I mean, I saw like what was it? The bar thingies like went up and stuff. I don't know. Oh shoot. Okay, actually that was a false alarm. I mean, I don't really. I stream more or less to stroke my ego. I don't really stream for viewership. I stream to more or less record my thoughts and provide useless opinions. Hey, check that out. You can see the what was it? You can see the hold on.
The tracer rounds.
Yeah, you can see the parabolic trajectory from gravity drop.
Once you leave the comet, do you just die?
Yeah, you get explode or something. Actually, I wonder what.
Wow.
Let me see. Let me actually see. Oh, let me see if like you get shot if you just explode or if you actually get shot down by like super tracking missiles or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, what is your favorite fast food?
Five Guys.
Of course you'd say, dude, Five Guys?
Also really expensive.
Yeah, of course. Why would you go someplace that expensive? So you just lose control and mission failed.
Oh. It didn't explode.
I mean, I expected it to explode. I'm surprised it didn't. Dude, Five
So
Guys.
yeah, I like Five Guys. What's wrong with Five Guys?
It's freaking expensive. Is what's wrong with Five Guys.
Do you have a job?
I used to. I don't right now because I don't want to get COVID. And look, dude, you're at Georgia Tech. You can't really study. I don't like the idea of studying at Tech while holding a minimum wage
13
job.
hours a week. I hope you realize this.
You know, the kind of places I could find work won't let you work only 13 hours a week. Okay, if I could, I would, but I can't, so I won't.
Okay, you could.
If I could, I mean, if I could find a place that would let me work at 13 hours a week and there was no pandemic, I would, but I can't because they don't allow that. And because they don't, I got no incentive to even bother looking. Oh, are you freaking kidding me?
Oh, on-campus jobs. Oh boy.
Well, yeah, you get to live on campus or in proximity. I don't have that means, bro. Finances are, money is energy when it comes to the equations of college. I'll play Rebel. Oh, it's Shortcut? I gotta rename that. Rename. Oh, screw
Just
it.
wondering, do you? Are you going to be filing as a dependent? Or
Yeah, I file as
dependent.
Dependent. Okay, why am I even discussing the tax procedure with you? On the internet?
Yeah.
That's like, no, first
What
up.
was your income?
First,
Like,
oh
what
yeah,
was your
it's like my
income
income was
for-
42069 readies. I was I received from the government 200
Any
utils.
deductions?
Yeah, the government deducted D's nuts, standard stuff.
Oh yes. So can you tell me all the line items in Form 1040, please,
Maybe.
through the stream?
Let's see, what is this? Inaccessible terrain. Garrisons cannot. Oh shoot. Why is that a tactic? This isn't a campaign. There's no point to it. You know what? I'm going to try campaign mode. Oh, I don't want to do this one though, because I'm actually, well, it's casual. It doesn't even matter if I lose. Do you want to see me stabilize a war-torn region?
I don't see how bombing a place would stabilize.
We're
a
not
place, but
bombing.
Okay.
The bombing is over. Now we have to stabilize it.
How the heck do you stabilize it using planes? You just drop things?
We're not. This isn't a war game. This is a counterinsurgency game. What do I use? I use the
Uh-huh.
general. Okay, let's try the banker. We start with the banker. Let's see what advisor. Oh wow, they replaced the art. Actually, let's choose a farmer. Actually, no, I'm not creating a campaign even as casual. Let's just go with like a standard main game. You want to see me lose this game super fast? You like want to watch me create a game?
Sure.
Okay, this is how you create a game. What's like the worst one? Yeah, that's the worst one here. Tribal Elder. That's like useless. I mean, not. It's actually pretty useful, but Trained Monkey. That's like useless. Chef.
Here's a picture I took like a week ago in Atlanta
Yeah.
on Discord. So
But let's have fun. Let's watch myself crater.
oh yes.
Yeah, I know. Set up your HQ. Yada yada. Okay, so we are a warlord, which gives us access to unique initiatives like. Oh shoot! I forgot to. We get things like compulsory work. And oh shit! I don't have enough. Oh, I just racked up a bunch of inflation like a true idiot. See, I'm basically
That
gonna
looks
get.
a lot like pandemic.
That's because it's the same producers. It's the same people who made the pandemic.
Oh. Uh, wait.
Why is it decreasing so fast?
So this is an aviation game with strategy.
This isn't an aviation game whatsoever. This
So
is.
wait,
What makes you think this is an aviation game?
because you were just flying a military jet
Yeah, but,
for the past 30 minutes.
wasn't it clear that these are like different games? Let me think.
No.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me think. Civilian shakedowns, gain money. Let me think. Oh, no. Okay, basically, I got nothing. Watch, I got like no support. Dude, my support was going down. Okay, let me go and cover me. I need to like a PR office. I'm gonna see if I can actually make progress with like people hating my guts. Dude, I have compulsory work and yet there's fewer insurgents. That's insane. These people must be. I don't know. Let me go. What do we got? PR office. Yeah, bro. That'll totally win me over after I force their children to work in the coal mines. Military initiative authorized. Let's see what happened. 0% stability. Dude, that inflation is barely moving. Oh, it's a tank. Oh, Delta Sierra has the insurging. What do we do, kids? We do something very stupid. Oh shoot, I should not have done that. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, that was a mistake. Actually, no, it wasn't, because as long as I don't deploy them, they won't cost me money. So, yeah, but you go there and
I
you.
don't understand what's going on.
Okay, basically, you know Afghanistan?
Uh-huh.
This is totally not Afghanistan, but what this place is some different country where we have to stabilize this area. Whoa, that was a lot. After a big insurgency, after a big war and fight insurgency. So we scrap the tanks for money. We basically like the things the government's supposed to do, like embezzling money and destroying infrastructure and becoming unpopular. We're supposed to do the opposite of that instead. We're supposed to like build roads and make people.
What? You build roads at this level of government? Really?
You fund the initiatives to get them built. You don't. I don't even know who builds them. You just spend the money so they get built. Approve project plus
I
security.
think you have to be more concerned about actually being a legitimate government rather than concerned about building roads at this point.
Well, that's how you become a legitimate government, is by building roads. Well, I got like
Fine.
0 supporters in Foxtrot Papa.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
Dude.
Well, I'm gonna have an open mic, so just.
What do you mean what's a nap with an oaken mic? Does that imply that you're like Oh wait, what? Are you serious? Yeah, of course it's a surprise there. Am I popular anywhere? No, I'm not popular anywhere. That's because let me do what else. You know what? I don't like my unpopular. So what I'm going to do is civilian shakedown. Let's get some cash. And you know what? I'm going to blackmail journalists because I want to look cool and for all my cool friends. And for good measure, I'll get international assistance because I'm a true douche. Let's see how this turns out. This is probably the most cursed Rebelling playthrough ever. Oh no, we're not going to the mountains. We go to piss off all the villagers here. Holy shoot, these guys are strong. Alright, noob forever, you can just leave if you want. It's not really a big deal. Hold on. Warlord offers support. Hey, why don't you tell me, what should I do with the Warlord?
You bomb him.
You say I arrest them then?
You sure?
Well, should I or should I not? I want a serious answer. A local warlord has a...
Okay. Read to me all of the things on each of them.
Initial prompt. A local warlord has approached you and offered to support these nuts in return for payment and patronage. What will these nuts do? You can either pay them, give the warlord what they want, decrease the number of local hostiles, cost $9, 67% chance, increase corruption. You can arrest them, charge a warlord with corruption offenses, and try to arrest them. Reduce corruption, gain reputation, 98% chance the warlord escapes and helps the insurgents, or you can ignore them, which is don't communicate with the warlord or take any action. Significantly decrease support level in Charlie Juliet, which is like one of
the most corrupt government we could possibly be. Pay them.
Okay. Give the warlord what they want and decrease the number of local hostiles. That's surprising. I didn't expect that.
Wait, really?
Yeah, actually, and that almost never works out for me. I'm kind of surprised it did.
Oh. Maybe you need to take a probability class or something. I don't know.
It's not probability class. That's just how the rolls went. Okay, let me think. Do I hand in stabilize? What else can I do to make myself unpopular? Oh, I forgot. Punish deserters, dude. Airstrikes, bro. Yes.
Airstrikes. That's totally the way to stabilize your government.
Dude.
Airstrike your own citizens. Why not?
Of course. Wait, are they actually like succeeding? Wow, they actually beat him back? That's amazing. And of course the insurgents control a number of connected zones. It's their job.
Yeah, make sure you don't have an insurrection at your capital buildings.
They are the insurrectionists. Okay, let me see what else I can do.
Well, I meant like in real life, but okay.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to punish deserters, and I'm going to use intimidation tactics, because that's really going to win me over with people. Dude.
I rate you as an evil on the D&D level of things. Maybe a neutral evil.
What do you mean neutral? I'm trying to enforce my government upon these people. That's lawful evil.
Lawful evil? Fine.
Yeah, it's totally lawful evil.
Fine.
What do you mean the deployment's over soon? Oh, what do you mean? I gotta turn a blind eye. Of course we're turning a blind eye.
I want you to play this game while being Bernie Sanders. As much as Bernie Sanders as possible and see what happens.
Well, first I can't do that because I don't have enough money. Oh, this is okay, mister, is this an aviation game? What should I do here?
Civilians. Okay, we didn't use all the prompts.
Alright, airstrike hits civilians in Bravo Juliet. The D's nuts authorized airstrike successfully hit insurgents in a district, but has also caused multiple civilian casualties. How should we respond? Apologize. Apologize. Pay compensation and conduct an internal review. Costs $3. Slightly decreased support level. Cover up. Deny any responsibility for the airstrike. 7% chance cover up fails. Downplay. Use payoffs and fake news to downplay the scale of the tragedy and protect D's Nuts' reputation. 93% chance increased corruption. 13% chance international anger.
Just cover it up. It's only 7% chance it fails.
Yeah, but if it fails, it's catastrophic on your reputation because it's failed for me sometimes.
Yeah, we don't care about this.
No, you
Yeah,
do
it's
because
that-
your reputation is your health. If you run out, you lose the game.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, let me deploy all the soldiers.
Honestly, with 7% odds of not getting a hit on that, I would say, yeah, I would probably just deny. But hey, at least it worked out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have these guys stick around.
Oh, what's this? Oh,
Yeah.
You're not having light opinion on this?
Yeah, of course I don't. I'm going to use the stone trapper is there, and I put him there so we can get the surrounding secure. Dude, 7. I'm about to lose. Watch. 5, 4. Oh, 2, 1. Oh, dude, I lost. Negative what? Oh, okay. It went negative. Dude, I was doing so bad, my reputation actually went negative before I lost. I've never done that before.
Oh.
Dude, their total reputation, -1. Oh, that's cool. 28 points. How'd I get 28 points? I don't know. Oh. Wait, my reputation destroyed and I've been locked up? Dude, that's harsh. Wow, but this is the hardest difficulty of the game. Okay. Let me see. Well, what did I get? What notifications did I get on my phone? What is?
You're corrupt with your warlords.
Dude, massive corruption. Only the bestest, bro. This has been the worst. This has been the worst, most unfair game in the history of games, maybe ever.
Sure.
Dude, I had Arby's today, but I'm not sure if I should eat anything else or just like be content with the calories I've already consumed.
I ate a Starbucks Frappuccino and some fruit snacks and some trail mix.
That
Yeah.
sounds insane, like an insanely high amount of sugar.
It is.
Why did you eat that much sugar then?
Because it's different sections of the day. This morning at like 9, I had to wake up and get a Starbucks, and then I went to Micro Center, came back down, and did some soldering, and then
Okay.
during that soldering, I ate some fruit snacks and trail mix, and then was hoping to grab some things at the Chick-fil-A food truck. Because they're scheduled to stay until 6, and they were gone by the time I got there at 5:30. I'm like, no! There's literally no one else on campus that I like eating.
Okay, I have a question for you. Did you have to get Starbucks or did you choose to get Starbucks?
I was getting with a friend, so basically I just had to.
Okay, that's a constraint by social. Okay, here's my real question: how is the Chick-fil-A food truck? They sell sandwiches and the waffle chips and the bottled drinks.
They actually sell real fries now. I think they make them on site, so they're actually pretty fresh when they serve them.
What's the price compared to the Chick-fil-A?
Expensive.
Really?
It's like $8 with cash.
Do you know what?
For a sandwich fries.
Do you know what a real champ would do?
Use $90.
No, actually, no. A real champ would go to the Arby's in Peachtree Center on MARTA.
Oh my gosh!
Why? Get a MARTA pass and do what I did whenever I was on campus and I had the time. Because of happy hour, you can feed yourself for like $4 at Arby's at happy hour.
Yeah, for me, that would be a $5 round trip.
Unless you get the MARTA pass, which gives you monthly pass unlimited use.
Monthly MARTA pass? What am I going to do with MARTA?
You can travel to the rest of metropolitan Atlanta like a true mensch.
Why?
Because it's cool.
I could just skateboard to Decatur or something. I don't know.
Then why don't you just skateboard to Peachtree Center and go to the Arby's there?
I don't want to go to Peachtree Center, okay?
Why don't you want to go to Peachtree Center?
I don't know.
Well, then if you don't know why you don't want to go there, then maybe you don't have a legitimate reason to not go there.
Yeah, fine. We're not gonna go to 14th Street then.
To the restaurants in like Fairly Poplar District.
You know where Cookout is, where there's a Wendy's bar.
I have no clue. Oh wait, are you talking about the place on near West Village?
Yeah, just going up more. Near
Oh,
West.
so is it the ghetto part or the part that? I'm sorry, I'm being too harsh.
That's the ghetto part, so it actually becomes a good part again.
Well, I'm not saying ghetto part is bad. You're the one who said it's bad by implying there's a distinction between the ghetto part and the good part. The ghetto part is just
Fine.
ghetto.
There's a distinct dip in quality of life going to where I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, well here's what my assertion is: as a consumer, the lower priced areas in the ghetto district are cooler, and therefore because it's ghetto, it's automatically cooler. That's my assertion.
Aren't you the one? Aren't you the guy that says that because I'm gonna get shot on my electric skateboard at 2 a.m.?
What? No, please rephrase it. I don't think no. Like I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember exactly what I said.
You think I'm gonna get like my
Of
skateboard stolen at 2 a.m. with my electric skateboard?
Yeah, because you're making yourself a target. You're going around on an electric skateboard that's remote controlled. You know what I do? I walk
Where?
from West Village to the Crystals, McDonald's, and Burger King over there. You know what I'm talking about.
Fine. It's not like you could actually order things on a skateboard, anyways. Ugh.
I know you can if you use the mobile apps.
How do you pick it up then? The interiors are closed, and the sensor's not enough for to detect a skateboard.
Oh wait, their interiors are closed? Over here in suburban Atlanta, you can still walk in to pick up orders like I do.
Well, not the hours I go visit them then.
Oh. You mean you visit them at ungodly hours of the day that no human should be awake at?
More like after their interiors close.
Same difference, pal. Same difference.
Fine. Fine. It's probably closer to midnight than you would like.
Dude, you know, back when I worked at Arby's, I hated people who came in at like 9:30 and 10 because that was just that much more work I had to devote to the lobby when I was already having to focus on drive-thru and all the people still coming in through there. You should work at Arby's. You should work fast food, pal. You'll get a real perspective on things that way. You can't work your bourgeoisie minimum wage job helping old people with computers. You're working what's called a bourgeoisie minimum wage job, okay? You got to work a proletariat minimum wage job.
Oh gosh, you're a Georgia Texan. You worked your ass off to get to this point in your life, and you're settling for fast food level jobs.
No, I'm not settling. I'm not even in one. I'm not in that market. What I am saying is, I'm not talking about earning money. I'm talking about getting perspective, okay?
Perspective?
Of course
Okay,
I'm getting...
fine.
Yeah, see? Perspective. It helps. That matters. And, hold on. Let me go... Hold on. I need to get a cup of water. Hey, do you... Okay, I gotta ask you this, just because I've always wondered. Do you watch anime?
No.
Really? You're one of the, like, the few Asians who don't... Well, actually, Rexiel
I'm
is one.
surprisingly not very Asian, okay?
What do you mean you're surprisingly not very... I'm surprisingly Asian for what I am.
I'm surprisingly not very Asian.
Is that because we can blame... But we both of us can blame our parents for that, right? Like, for our respective scenarios?
No, I think it's more like where I went to high school.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I totally see it.
Generation.
Yeah, I definitely see that. Okay, I definitely see what you're talking about.
So I guess you could indirectly blame my parents, but it's more like the environment that I grew up.
Yeah, I
in.
Yeah, I didn't have that scenario. I'm honestly afraid of like private schools. If I ever have kids, like, I'm not sending them to private schools. I'm sending them to like public schools, and they can get beat up.
To gain some perspective.
Exactly, to gain some perspective.
Wow, you don't want to spend more on your middle school, grade school, and high school than in your children's undergrad.
No, what I'm saying, the way I see it is that these kids, they go to school, they're going to get beat up. I'd rather them get beat up by a poor kid than a rich kid. Because getting beat up by a rich kid just hurts that much more.
Did you get beat up in grade school?
Of course not. I'm making generalizations here.
I don't think people get beat up in school anymore. It's more virtual now.
Bro, just turn off the computer, bro.
Just turn off the computer.
Okay, but wouldn't that actually apply under harassment laws?
I don't know. There was a movie called Cyberbully, and their like solution was to block people. So after like a suicide attempt, I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was an option. Like,
Dude, okay, actually, I have no right to speak on cyberbullying because I never experienced it, but like, yeah, why don't you just block people? Or is it actually more invasive than that? Do they actually dox you and stuff, or is it just them saying bad things about you on Facebook?
I don't know. Well, the movie Cyberbully, I actually haven't seen that in like a decade now. But
It's out of date. If you haven't, look, when it comes to stuff that deals with technology and it's 10 years old, it's ancient history.
yeah.
I'm gonna play Among Us. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a bottle of water and I'm gonna play Among Us and listen and argue with you over perspective.
About perspective, do you think my life is too much of a high perspective than...
I just realized that my speakers were on this whole time, so I was probably getting some really terrible feedback into the mic.
I have not been listening to the stream audio. I've just been talking directly to you.
I mean, that's fair. No, I'm not going to stream Among Us. Go away, Discode. Alright, let me try online. Let me see what happens. I remember like when I first got this, I was super into it, but then I stopped playing. And then my nephew got into it, and my cousin got into it. You got any family over? I got like 2 cousins. Okay, no, I'm not saying anything about them. What I should be saying is I got a bunch of cousins I'm not in contact with.
I wish I had an extended family. That sounds like a fun idea.
Dude, you're Asian. Don't you automatically have an extended family?
No, because I'm a second generation, so my parents are as much as my extended family goes, really.
Aren't they back in contact with their relatives, though?
Well, yeah, but they've been in the United States for what, like 30 years now? So why would... At this point, it's just a formality when someone dies.
Oh dang, okay.
Yeah.
Do they go over frequently, though?
I went over 2 years ago, and I'm not a fan.
What, dude? I went over like 3 years ago, and I'd love to go. Well, okay, we're talking about mainland and Taiwan, right? Differences.
Taiwan.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, well, actually, no. Wait. If anything, no. Look. Let's just not talk about this, okay? Let's just not talk about this.
What did you like about the mainland?
The fact I get to see my family. The fact that the exchange rate made things dirt cheap. What? Mostly,
Dirt cheap.
Of course, the exchange rate made things dirt cheap. It's like 1 USD to 7 RMB. That's like baller exchange rate. And then there's the part, like the Chinese RMB purchase power parity for the average consumer is basically equivalent to USD for us. But like the thing is, it's look, dog, dude, vacationing in China is way more economic, or in Asia in general. Actually, no, I had an entire discussion with Rex CL about this, about where we should vacation if we want to make good use of my money.
Huh. Okay. So you're gonna pay for international tickets to China?
I probably will in the future when I visit family. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I only really visited my family once, and I'm not a fan.
You don't like them? They don't like you?
Oh. Yeah, I was there, and then he was just like on his tablet all the whole time, or not his gaming setup like his whole time. Like, ugh.
Oh wait, he's one of those Asians.
Yeah.
Oh
like,
God!
You're
Look,
not gonna pay attention to me, like, oh.
Hold on, let me guess. Okay, like the stereotypical Asian male gamer, right?
I guess I don't remember. I don't.
Okay, I don't
even know what his voice sounded like even. So I'm like, you'd just be at the table at a meal at a restaurant with like a device, just truly being immersed into it. I'm like,
He was probably like, he's probably playing one of those mobile games. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't. It wasn't a mobile device. It was like a full blown laptop in a restaurant. Like.
Oh, dude, I know about those. The GPDs, right? Like the
I
game,
have
like
no idea.
the small, the mini. They're gaming laptops, but they use integrated graphics on Intel chips, so they have a super small form factor. They're pretty cool.
Sure. Whatever.
Yeah, they're manufactured, I think, in well, they're either in like Guangdong or Taiwan. One of those two places.
Uh, I do want to go to Shenzhen though.
Shenzhen.
Shenzhen.
Yeah, dude. I think like I got a Rexiel and I have a
I'm gonna
mutual
do
friend.
strange parts and just like rebuild an entire iPhone or something.
Dude, in the city my family is, and there's like this market in the regional dialect we call it Saogongja, and like you can buy a bunch of pirated Game Boy Advance games there. That's where I got some from my friend back in elementary school. My uncle owns a. Okay, I'm not saying anything. My relative has employment there, so that's why I would go. And every day there would be people who like sell lunch, and I'll be honest, the lunch is pretty shit, but it's dirt cheap. And oh. Okay. Hold on, I got this. Bull.
Discuss.
This does not look good. Like the white thing finds the black thing dead. That's not a good look.
My gosh.
What? I'm just pointing out the social, not the implications, the social audit. I'm just saying, dog. It's not a good look. It's not a good look.
I was swiping my card.
Hold on. Let me just see what happens. I want to see if yellow. I want to see if yellow does anything. I want to see if yellow says anything. Oh, okay. So it's green and red. Green or red? I don't really know. I haven't been paying attention. I've just been talking with you. I've just been... It's white. Hold on, please. I want to see what happens. Oh, wait. Rexiel wants me to play the Division 2 later. You should join us, join the server, and watch us play.
Nah.
What do you mean now? You get to talk to him, you get to talk to me. Dude, it's like win-win. Wing-wing.
The Division 2.
Yeah, it has like that. It has the 3 people on the cover and whatnot. I got them to vote for me. Oh man.
Imposters remain.
Dude, I was see. They're going to be pissed. Oh man, dude. Oh, that's good, dude.
What do you want to say?
I'm not saying anything. I'm leaving the game. Oh wait, I'm leaving the game. Oh, I gotta get back to. I gotta go tell Mr. Rexel what the deal is. The dealio is.
The dealio.
Maybe 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Maybe 11 p.m. if we Gucci. Streaming now, so dealio.
I'll send you more pictures of what I did today.
Don't send me more pictures of what you did today. I got enough. Actually, I don't like it. Dude, check this out. You can create a different vector because, like, I wonder if this is an exponential increase or no, it's linear. It's scale, so it's linear. Never mind. I see the problem. We see this. You gotta center it right. We're centered. You can look at the latency. It looks kind of like wiggles until my. Okay, you know what? I feel like ending the stream right now because.
Let's show them what I've done.
No, first off, I want to keep your identity secret because I don't know who watches these, and it's only fair that I'm obligated to be courteous to my guests, right? That's the Asian ideal, right? I gotta figure out. Okay, Island Mal Mike is avowed. Island Mal Cam is worthless. All these. Dude, my camera isn't working anymore. And I have no clue why. Cause like the blue light's on. I had this problem with my prior stream. Cause okay, whatever, man. Let's just see what the YouTube analytics got for me.
I want to see this now.
I got like 3 playbacks. Average watch time's like 1818.
It's probably just me bringing up all the averages.
But so, and
while
like,
I'm watching it.
I don't even know. 3 playbacks, whatever, pal. It's look, I actually gotta go do oh wait. Starting around that time. Dang it. Okay, you know what? You should totally listen in on us while we play the Division 2. I bet you would have a fun time.
I don't know. I'll think about it.
You'll think about it, dude. You got like okay, it's 8 right now. Oh, it's 8 right now. Dang, I should actually like go shower.
I need to get some Five Guys before they close.
Dude, it's 8 p.m. Why are you getting calories so late in the day?
Because I'm hungry. I didn't eat a full meal today.
That's
I
on.
ate a Starbucks, ate some fruit snacks, and
Dude, what about the vegetables? Where are the vegetables and fruits and the fiber?
I'm about to eat Five Guys.
That's not enough. You should at least be taking multivitamins, bro. Dude,
Maybe the painkiller I took this morning because I need ibuprofen for some reason.
why do you need ibuprofen?
Because I get back pain.
Oh, shit.
Never mind.
Don't even talk to me about back pain. Now you're making me feel self-conscious.
Are you getting back pain?
I told you, I slept over my brother's and now my back hurts. Or did I not tell you?
Take an ibuprofen.
No, no, it's not enough to warrant me in putting random pharmaceuticals into my body.
It's ibuprofen.
Too much is bad for you, just like acetaminophen.
It's one pill.
It's never one pill. That's what they all say. No, it's one pill, mom. It's one pill, mom. Then what you know next we got
Ibuprofen.
I don't like unnecessary risks, and I can more than easily put up with this pain. It's because it's not pain, it's discomfort. Because it makes me
Someone could if you got this level of pain from another person, you could totally sue them at that point.
No, it's my brother, and it's my nephew's bed more specifically. They're well intended, okay? I'm not going to sue him over something that dumb. I don't have.
Anyways, I've done too many car insurance claims for myself, and I really wish I went to lawyer up sometimes.
Oh, dude, 9? Dude, I got oh wait, freaking Discord hiding behind the sticky note. Oh, I got symmetry. Oh, okay. Let's just do it. Adobe Acrobat. Dude, how many car accidents have you gotten into by now? If I'm not prodding.
It's 3.
3. I got into 1. How many of them were at fault?
What?
Actually, no, never mind. We're saying too much about our finances and personal. Let's just drop that question. Because look, I'm security conscious, okay, and you should be too. This is the digital age of like I don't know.
Guys, here's my LinkedIn. I need a job.
Oh
Please
God!
contact
Look,
me.
the kind of people who be watching me spout out like this kind of stuff you should not work for them. I'm just saying, okay?
Oh my gosh.
It's not a good risk. Oh dang, I didn't even make that meme tonight. I got too preoccupied with like entertaining people and stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone's watching.
Yeah, dude, I bet like the whole internet's watching. I'm gonna be more popular than cat videos, bro.
Oh boy.
Do you remember old YouTube? All the weird stuff you'd see on that?
I remember like 2008 level Smosh right there.
Oh God, Smosh! Well, like back when they were still good and still together. More importantly.
You seen the original Pokemon video?
Oh, dude. Actually, I don't think I ever had. I'll look into it sometime, though.
Yeah,
Shut up! Dude, where is... Dude.
Yeah, and then they remixed in 2010, and it's like 5 years ago. I'm like, oh no.
How many fools can I kill today? Too many to count. Don't get in my way.
2005. YouTube has just begun. Yeah.
Oh God, that's the video? Or Alright, dude. No, that's not the video because it was after. Why do I have... Oh, dude, I still got, like, empty red envelopes in my freaking, Dude, you know what I need? I need a girlfriend. Or companionship. You know what? And you know what? You need a girlfriend, too. Both of us need girlfriends.
Oh, shoot.
What? You didn't...
I wonder how many red envelopes are you getting this tomorrow.
I don't have any red envelopes either. We're in similar boats, pal.
Interesting.
You know what? We should mutually assist each other in finding girlfriends once we are able and not liable to. You're not interested? Flat out?
Yeah.
Pal, that's a lie because fundamentally everyone is somewhat interested just as a consequence of biology, okay? I'm sorry, but saying you're not interested is a false sense of what we can say is you're not especially interested because that's determined by your personal choice.
I'm too worried about my future career prospects to worry about significant others currently in my life then.
See, that's appropriate because it's truthful. We should not... Oh, great. Am I even thinking like this is a physics problem? To get the girlfriend, you must first find the negative tail of the field, and then you must understand why you're so bad at life. I don't know, man. How awful is my Asian accent?
Honestly, I probably heard GSU professors that actually sound like that, so I'm not gonna...
You serious? Dude, I never... Okay, first you see the substrate with the protein it acts as the enzyme on this. The catalyst speed the reaction but does not fundamentally alter the equation. You see the 2 here, the 2 NaCl is in chemical equilibrium with the H2O. It acts as a salt for the electrode. The electrode apply a voltage where the ion flow. Yeah, is that like a chem professor?
I have no idea.
Dude, I'm so glad I don't study chemistry.
I took care of that in high school.
I didn't.
Oh. Yep.
Actually, I took
care of it at GSU?
I took care of it at GSU, thank God. I took care of that in linear algebra at GSU, which just makes things so much easier.
I had to take 54, so it doesn't count.
What's 54?
It's like a 4-hour version of linear algebra.
Oh. Dude, I hate linear algebra.
Because linear algebra and probability is surprisingly important in computer science.
You know what else that's important in?
Why?
Quantum mechanics.
Why?
Because it's the easiest way to represent something insanely complex. And it's still insanely complex, because that's linear algebra.
Well, tell me when you wrote all the things.
Wrote reduced echelon form?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yes, all that fun stuff. Honestly, I haven't really needed to do that, though. Most of it's just been, like, basically transpose and commutators.
When is a matrix linearly independent?
When each
there's a pivot column in every row or something like that. I don't know.
It's like, no, it's when each element is not reliant on any others, right? So it's like there's a 1-to-1 corresponds with the results and the prior entries. You know? I guess?
Yeah. I've seen enough of that Blue 3-1 Brown video to understand linear independence. Basically, each new vector in a matrix contributes to a new dimension.
Yeah. Wouldn't like basically that be wouldn't a linear independent matrix basically be like the identity matrix with a vector of ones appended?
Yeah.
Something like that. Taxi Zoom Kitty lawyer Rod Pongtong tells CBS News to go ahead and laughs at me. I don't even know.
Are you Yang Gang?
Dude, I do not want... Look, I'm not saying I don't want to talk about politics, because I do. I just don't want to talk about... Okay, you know what? Well, why don't you go first, since you're the one who brought up the matter?
I don't know. He seems to be leaning pretty well on the New York
mayoral race. You know, my Actually, I thought that him entering that race was political suicide, but maybe I was wrong.
Why?
Because he has like no governing experience, and we're talking about one of the most complex cities in the world.
Yeah.
No one should vote for
Mhm.
him. I'm not saying that
Yeah,
because I
but
dislike him, but because like I do. But I'm not saying it's like I don't know, man. He does. Who does he have that he can put into the city administration? No one, because New York is a really cliquey city, and everyone's going to hate him because it's not them who won. It's like I don't know. If he does win, which he has a good chance of, I just hope the best for him because he'll need it.
here, you want hey, how about we pivot to imposter syndrome?
What's imposter syndrome?
Basically, it's like the feeling that you got there without that much effort, and then that you're there because, or you didn't belong where you are right now. So,
Well, are you feeling imposter syndrome?
I mean, whenever I meet like another CS major who's done way more than I have, like look up this guy's name, Tom Suarez.
No, don't name people.
No, he has a TED Talk with 12 million people.
Okay.
He's a very public figure. That's
Look, here's the thing about imposter syndrome for people like us, right? Don't listen to it. All of us, look. Don't listen to imposter syndrome. It's called out because it's only not a good thing, right? Because look at that dude. He probably has a bunch of stuff, but there's probably areas he's deficient in that we have. Like, don't bother with imposter syndrome. It's not good for you. It's not good for me. It's not good for anyone.
But he's already made a company and a product.
Okay, yeah, so what? He probably like jacks off the cat girls too. I'm not saying that doesn't make him special. That just makes him a person who's done that stuff. And more importantly, that doesn't make you any less deserving of the praise you've gotten, and that doesn't trivialize what you've done already. Okay? Don't need to be hard on yourself.
Okay.
Dude, my streams are more or less turning into podcasts. With like,
Yeah, you should do a podcast. I
Well-
should be like a guest, and we just talk about. We just jump around on topics or something.
I tried to do like a political podcast with one of my white friends, but he never showed interest because he got an Asian girlfriend.
Oh boy.
Dude, we should if I do a podcast, I want to bring an intellectual flair to really raunchy subjects.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
There's just going to be random pauses as I just say uh-huh. And
Yeah,
just,
because you're too
try to
embarrassed-
carry the conversation.
I'm not sure if I really should dive off the deep end with this one, since I started off with a semi-legitimate subject, and now
You should do a podcast that talks about the last week of news or something.
oh god, that's awful. Everyone does that. That's like the worst thing I could do. No, I want to be me. I don't want to be following trends, or I don't want to be setting trends either. I just want to be me. I want to do myself interesting. Alright, more... You know what? Let me see what I got in my... Hold on, let's see what's on sale. Let's see what's on sale on my Steam list. Let's see what's on my wish list. Oh yeah, how did you do anything special to mark the Lunar New Year?
No,
Why? Why not?
because I don't understand. Because I'm not Asian.
You know what?
Ah.
Okay, you know what? It's back when the old days when everyone in Asia was poorer than they are, and life was so terrible that you were happy that the moon cycle went through or something. I don't know. Is that about it? Is that about basically
All about luck and money.
Asian history can be summed up with life is terrible as the axiom. I can say that because I'm Asian and you are too. Okay, so just to dissuade people complaining.
Yeah. Does Cameron ever talk about his robotics experience?
Oh, dude,
sure.
stop! Yeah. Look, No, he does on occasion, but not anymore because I don't know. He's doing his thing at that white people school. Except he doesn't.
In Iowa?
Yeah, dude. You
You
know
call it?
You know what I call Iowa? You know what I call Iowa? I call Iowa Chinese man in heaven because it has lots of pork, it has lots of soy, and it has lots of white women. That's why I call.
Okay.
It's a fun joke I like to make, but no, I mean, it's what? It's the, don't name the school he goes to, okay? Do not. And more importantly, we're talking about Cameron McMaster here, okay? Okay? One of my white friends. We're talking about our mutual white friend, Cameron McMaster, who was adopted by Chinese parents and is now culturally Chinese. It's like one of the weirdest things I've ever seen.
Right.
Dude, are you serious? I'm trying to like play this off and now you just keep tripping over me. Like, no, man. I have to maintain confidentiality.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Cameron McMaster, I mean, like what? He goes to like some rich white kid school like you did, right? The same one, in fact.
Well, not for the full time.
Not for the full time.
He left to go to your school actually.
Yeah, I know.
Because his parent, I don't know, who
It's cheaper.
If you're given the opportunity to go to a better school for free, then why take it?
Yeah.
Take it. And meanwhile, I always get shafted in something. It's either a class or okay.
Look, dude, we're two first world people going to like one of the best schools in the country in our preferred majors. Okay, you know, we just gotta keep some perspective. Perspective. Dude, you know what? You know one thing I'm really bad at, actually? I mean, there's a lot of things I'm really bad at, but girls, bro, I'm really bad with them. Or I should say women. Yeah, I'm bad with women because... And I'm not trying to say this in the sense I'm trying to get laid, because I don't. Personally, I find the concept of intercourse before marriage not... I mean, it's just not for me. Not because of religious reasons or anything, because... Just because, like, dude, it complicates things and just causes troubles when you're both not in a situation where you can really deal with it, right? It's like, why, bro? Why do you need to do this? That's what the internet is for, if you need to activate a neuron. Dude, I need to stop talking before I say something that gets me beat up. Oh, man. This is the kind of... These are Friday night streams, right? Friday night streams.
Look,
This...
I don't know where this is headed, honestly. I'm just super excited. I can't wait to get my bike in order. And it's gonna break after like 50 miles or something.
Yeah, Oh god, I gotta finish my electrostatics homework tomorrow. I gotta start my nuclear particle physics homework tomorrow. I gotta start my environmental science briefing tomorrow. Then I gotta study for my thermodynamics test. And then I gotta go get my vitamin B.
How many hours are you taking?
13.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, why do you think I'm graduating in spring 2022?
Because that's 4 years and that's average.
Yeah, but like a bunch of my friends from my high school are graduating in 3 because of all the AP credits and the fact they live on campus. Fewer credit hours, fewer times I have to drive if I was on campus. But actually, if anything, my parents have actually been opposing me doing more credit hours. They think I'll tank my GPA if I have too much on my plate.
Oh my gosh, who cares?
I care about my GPA. I still got to apply to grad school. I'm still in this gauntlet, dude. I'm not lucky like you, where you can just go find a good-paying job right after undergrad. I gotta stay committed.
You're not a physics major. Why do you do this to yourself?
Why? Yeah, the question is, no, isn't it obvious that I hate myself? Like, isn't it obvious that I just enjoy suffering?
Sure.
Actually, my real reason is because I believe physics gives you a math and science understanding that you can apply to anything. In STEM, right? The way I see it is I'll cover more bases with physics than I would with an double E major, right? Because if it wasn't physics, I'd be doing double E.
Wow.
What?
I don't know. I wish I was double E sometimes.
Didn't you? Yeah, don't you can still be double E. Apply to it for grad school. What? Fine. You don't like the idea of grad school?
GPA, I'm wondering now.
3.33.
Oh.
What?
Oh. Mine's 3.5.
See, it went back up, right?
Yeah.
My major...
COVID times.
As long as our major GPAs are higher than our cumulative, we should be fine.
Let me check. Let me check. My major GPA.
No, are you trying to flex on me now?
My major GPA is 3.81.
Dude, why are you so good at this? Yeah, I know.
Because I'm good at taking tests. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, you're fair. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I just want to do the best I can. I mean, I'm happy enough with my GPA.
Maybe I'm like in a higher level of needs taken care of, so I could achieve more. I don't know.
I think, we'll see. But
That
me,
pyramid of
Maslow's
needs.
hierarchy, right?
Yeah, let's talk about that right now. Actually,
No, I don't. I
go
feel like
ahead.
ending the stream because now I feel self-conscious about my GPA, even though I shouldn't.
Let's talk about his triangle. His pyramid of needs.
You've made faculty list with a GPA like that, right?
Yeah, Dean's List this semester. Yes.
I made dean's list every semester too, bro.
Well, good for you.
Good for me. Yeah, I'm surprised it's only 3.0 at Tech. I thought it'd be high, like higher requirements.
Hmm. Let me check actually.
It's
If
3.
it works.
It's 3.0 at Tech, and if you don't need to check rewords, you can just see it on your unofficial transcript.
Transcript.
I'm debating going downstairs and getting like some ramen or something to eat, but then I shouldn't because it's 8:15.
I'm gonna get a Five Guys tonight.
Dude, you don't need that many calories this late in the
I
day.
don't want that many calories. Okay, shh.
Dude, it's not good for you. What time do you go to sleep?
Probably as soon as I finish Five Guys.
Dude, that's awful. That's like the worst
Like,
possible.
I'm tired. This week has just been awful. Okay?
Then go to sleep, get Five Guys in the morning because it's Saturday morning. You can do what you want. Like, come on,
Oh
man.
my gosh, I have a thing to eat for tomorrow. So not eat for tomorrow then. It's Chinese New Year celebration dinner thing.
Oh God, your parents didn't like pack you up to celebrate.
What?
How are you going to get there? Are you going to drive over to your parents or what?
My brother's gonna pick me up, and then we both go to our parents' house.
Is that the same brother who didn't attend your high school graduation?
Yeah. Nope. The only person who's attended my high school graduation is my mom. Yeah. After attending so many high school graduations, even I think it was kind of pointless.
You know, I don't think so. I think we should always remember moments like that, even if they may seem trivial. If you get tired of them, they're all special. That's the way I see it. But you know, that's your opinion. That's my opinion, and we have different ones. That's okay.
Unofficial transcript. Let's see this.
Dude, stop. Now I feel bad about my GPA. Am I really a good physics student? No, of course I'm not a good physics student. I always knew that, but now I just feel bad, man. Because
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. It's my fault. I should have been doing better.
I have faculty honors.
Oh, yeah, of course you do. With it, yeah, of course. If you got like a 3.5, I think you have to have faculty honors somewhere, in some of those semesters.
Yeah. Dean's List for one of them, and then faculty honors in another.
Dude, I wish I could be like, okay, that's fine. I'll just study harder for my next test. That's okay. It's not a big deal.
What's your next test about?
Thermodynamics.
Okay. I don't know anything about thermodynamics.
You know what a heat engine is?
Something to do with like heat and cold, so it generates motion or something.
That's about as much as I know, which is why I need to study for the test.
Yeah, you should probably study for that.
Well, technically I've been if you count doing homework. Look, it's on Wednesday. I already rescheduled my hematologist appointment so I can study more for it.
Okay.
Dude, you know what? Okay, so you know what we should do once everyone's vaccinated and stuff? Oh shit! I think I didn't break my chair. It's a Schrodinger's chair. You either break or break it, but it's been breaking for like 7 years at this point. Anyway, back to the point at hand. We need to UI care. Shit! I said his name again. UI Rexiel and a mutual Japanese friend of Rexiel's and I. The four of us need to show up at that seafood restaurant for like an Asian dude's luncheon or something, man.
Oh, at the Cajun place.
Yeah, the Cajun place. That Cajun seafood restaurant operated by Koreans.
Right, yeah.
That's the funniest.
Where I try to handle the spices and I hold everyone up because I'm trying to eat this thing full of crunch.
You have
I don't
trouble.
remember last time I went.
How do you have trouble with spices? You're like Taiwanese. That should be like easy.
I'm not Asian. Okay, and
How are you
I'm
not
Asian? I don't know.
Did your parents, don't they have like Asian food?
Yeah, and I rejected it.
What do you mean you rejected it?
'Cause I'd be the guy, the youngest one that asked for McDonald's all the time.
That's just like American consumerism. You still typically eat on aggregate your parents' food, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
And do they ever cook stuff spicy? Not really, to be. Now I
Not
think about it.
really.
I don't think Asian parents really do cook spicy foods.
I don't know why.
It's because they don't, because they are cooking for the entire family, so they don't want to offend the kids' taste buds.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I don't
okay,
know,
scratch
people
that point.
ordering spicy. It's just the second generations that and beyond that really spice things up, I guess, in my mind.
You know what? If I go with that soup restaurant, I'm going to order the po' boy, the lunch special, like the po' boy, the cup of soup, jambalaya, Cajun fries. We'll get myself 3 oysters on the half shell, 3 raw oysters on the half shell. Man, that's a good
Have
lunch.
you heard about the Krispy Kreme?
The one that burned down?
Yeah.
What? What's the
I
deal?
actually go to that regularly.
Why are you going to Krispy Kreme? That's like heart attack, bro. It's a guaranteed heart attack.
No, it's like 3 donuts in like like
3?
a month or something.
Oh, a
3
month?
donuts a month.
Okay, well, that's fair. I can't complain because I typically would get donuts and coffee from the student center like twice a week.
The student center
breakfast.
doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, they're tearing it down, right? What they're replacing
It's
with?
already torn down. They're actually building it back up already now.
Do they have the Dunkins still available to buy?
Nope.
What?
There is no donuts nearby anymore.
Oh.
Sublime is the only place where I could get donuts now.
No donuts and coffee anymore? No cheap donuts and coffee? That's a tragedy. Too
It
bad
is.
I live in suburban Atlanta where I can still get donuts and coffee, huh?
Huh.
Yeah, let's say you GPA your way
Well,
out
I
of
get
that.
Coffee through the many different places to get coffee. I could get.
You mean coffee? You mean more like liquid candy, right? Because that's what that stuff is.
latte, cappuccino, americano. I guess.
Liquid candy.
Candy, but whatever.
That stuff is more sugar than cream, and it's more cream than coffee. Therefore, it's more sugar than coffee. What do you mean?
I love. It's just so strong. It's so foamy. It's nice.
It's nice, dude. That makes me feel sedentary. I don't like feeling sedentary, even if I am.
Huh. You should electric skateboard around Atlanta sometime.
I'm not electric skateboarding. That doesn't burn calories. It's the skateboard doing all the work.
You'd be surprised actually. You're actually using a lot of muscle controlling and doing stuff.
You know what else uses a lot of
Yeah,
muscle?
You see a lot of.
You know what else uses lots of muscle? Aerobic exercise by walking and jogging around the city you live in.
When
Which
will you do that?
I do that every day. That's how I lost 20 pounds since going into isolation.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm right in the middle of the overweight BMI range, so I'm making progress. Maybe about 2 more months, I'll be fit enough to get, I don't know, to look attractive in portraits and whatever. I don't know, man. You know, I still feel self-conscious about my GPA now, even though I shouldn't.
Oh my gosh, fine. Okay.
Screw you, pal. You made me feel this way. Now I am blaming you because I don't want to blame myself.
Fine, blame me.
No, but I can't blame you because that's not appropriate. You see the entire quandary you've created by bringing up our academic performance?
Oh, right, okay. I just want a career, okay? I just keep...
No. Oh, what happened, bro? Did your mic cut out?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, no, it didn't. No, it didn't. No, look, dude, if anything, our GPA should be reversed. Okay, you're going straight to the... Okay, no, look, let's just stop. Let's just drop this entire conversation.
Why do you think I deserve a 3.3 GPA?
Because you're not going into... Well, actually, why... I mean, y'all don't even need Well, you just need a decent GPA to get into grad school. It doesn't need to be especially great.
I don't know. I might go to grad school when my future employer pays for
You
it.
should. You should get a PhD in ECE. Fulfill your childhood dream. No, not ECE. Double E. Dude, you can. It's not too late to do double E.
Huh. And I create motor controllers for electric skateboards.
Whatever, man. Isn't that your dream, though?
I don't know. Maybe I should create a company that builds electric vehicles for us.
Dude, look, I'm saying, just think about how lucky you are. Worst case scenario for both of us is graduating with a bachelor's in STEM from Georgia Tech. That's the worst case scenario for both of us. Do you know how insanely good that is compared to even the vast majority of the majority of
I
STEM
spent
college
six
graduates.
figures in 5 years.
I don't want six figures in 5 years. I just want to have like a decent life and to not turn into a greedy money bag idiot.
Hey, I want to live in Decatur, okay? I want to be a part of the Decatur community. Why is my phone going off? What
Because
in the world?
your phone disapproves of the NIMBYism. That's why. Holy. Yeah.
No, it's my brother coordinating.
Okay. You know what? What would? Actually, I don't know, man. I spend too much time looking at Reddit, looking at stupid things on Reddit. That's what I spend too much time doing. All right.
Yes, Reddit is bad. I spent 3 hours on Monday, Wednesday on Microsoft Teams. You know how sad that makes me feel?
Microsoft Teams. Boo hoo! I have to use Microsoft Teams.
Yeah, it makes me sad. I have to. Microsoft Teams. Why? Why do I let Max track my screen time?
All right, whatever. I'm going to look. Don't. I hate to break it to you, but I do gotta cut this short because I don't like infinite streams, and I do want to go do something.
All right then, I'll see you around.
Hey, when Rexiel and I start playing the Division 2, you should listen in on us, conversate with us.
Okay.
That's
I'll just when you're trying to kill someone and you're coordinating with Rexiel about killing that person, I'm gonna completely
for legal
disrupt
purposes.
that
We are
conversation.
talking about video games. There, that
What?
covered our ass. Okay, now, look, I'm just saying, we can have fun in the.
I'll kill him next day.
All right, look,
Anyways,
yeah. Okay, it was nice talking with you, and thanks for helping me with my economics problem.
Oh my gosh.
Dude,
Why
that's-
did it help you that much?
Yes, you did. You gave me something to bounce ideas off of, and that's just as good. Okay, don't sell yourself short.
Yeah, I need to do that more in job interviews. Okay, well, I'll see you around.
All right, see ya. Bye.
Bye.
Bro moment. Hold on, what we got? What we got for? Yeah, mating calls. There we go. Yeah, that sounds appropriate for that channel. Okay, so as you can tell, I spoke with a mutual friend for way longer than I expected. But hopefully we all got some good insight into the fundamentals, the market operations of scalpers and such insignificant matters. Anyway, it's glad to have you listen in, the two people who actually listen to these somewhat consistently. So, yeah, have a nice Friday night and have a good weekend. And be productive in that weekend, unlike me.